1. Man United transfer news. For deals this week: Mbeumo, Rashford, Sancho, and Calvert-Lewin updates. 2. Man United preseason training. Rashford absent. Cunha debuts. Squad news and transfers update. 3. Manchester United's new signings report for preseason training. 4. Man Utd's dramatic defense overhaul. Unrecognizable lineup from 2024 to 2025. 1. Man United transfer news. For deals this week: Mbeumo, Rashford, Sancho, and Calvert-Lewin updates. Manchester United is on the cusp of a transfer frenzy as the team gears up for pre-season training at Carrington. With the Red Devils' 2 summer signings, Matheus Cunha and Diego Leon, expected to report for duty on day 1, the stage is set for a flurry of activity in the transfer market. But here's where it gets interesting. United has a chance to complete not 1, not 2, but 4 transfers in the first week of preseason. As the team begins its preparations for the new campaign, all eyes are on manager Ruben Amorim and his coaching staff, who were spotted arriving at Carrington on Friday. The Portuguese tactician will be keen to get his squad in shape, but he'll also be working tirelessly to bring in new recruits. One player who could be on his way to Old Trafford is Bryan Mbeumo. The Brentford winger has been the subject of intense speculation, with United having already seen 2 bids rejected. However, a 3rd offer is expected, and Amorim will be hoping it's 3rd time lucky. But Mbeumo's transfer saga is not the only one that's nearing its climax. Marcus Rashford's proposed move to Barcelona is also gathering pace, with the La Liga champions having reopened talks with the England international. Rashford has been holding out for a dream move to the new camp, and it seems his patience may finally pay off. Meanwhile, Jadon Sancho's future at United is all but over. The winger has been linked with a move to Juventus, and Italian reports claim he's already agreed to a switch to Turin. A summit is scheduled for the start of the week to discuss a potential deal worth around £21 million. And this is the part most people miss. United's transfer business is not just about bringing in new players, it's also about offloading those who are surplus to requirements. Sancho's departure will be a welcome relief for Amorim, who will be keen to use the funds to strengthen other areas of his squad. But here's a question: will United's transfer dealings be enough to propel them to success next season? The Red Devils have a long way to go to catch up with their rivals, and Amorim will need to get his recruitment spot on if he's to have any chance of challenging for the title. One player who could be on his way to Old Trafford is Dominic Calvert-Lewin. The former Everton striker is a free agent after his contract expired this month, and United are reportedly making a shock move for his signature. Amorim has missed out on his top 2 striker targets, and Calvert-Lewin's availability on a free transfer could be just the opportunity he needs to strengthen his attack. As the transfer window heats up, one thing is certain: United's fans will be on the edge of their seats, eagerly awaiting news of new signings and departures. Will Amorim's transfer dealings be enough to bring success to Old Trafford? Only time will tell. So, what do you think? Will United's transfer business be enough to propel them to success next season? Let us know in the comments below. 2. Man United preseason training. Rashford absent. Cunha debuts. Squad news and transfers update. But here's where it gets controversial. Manchester United senior squad is back in training, but 5 stars, Marcus Rashford, Alejandro Garnacho, Antony, Tyrell Malacia, and Jadon Sancho, are staying put, despite their desire to move. This decision has sparked debate over loyalty, ambition, and the club's priorities. While the rest of the team is eager to rebuild, these 5 players are choosing to prioritize their own aspirations, raising questions about the balance between club goals and individual ambitions. The team's return to training marks a significant step toward preparing for the new season, but the absence of these 5 players adds complexity to the squad's dynamics. Rashford, who spent last season on loan at Aston Villa, is now the club's number 10 after being signed by Matheus Cunha, and he's pushing for a move to Barcelona. His decision to stay away highlights the tension between club loyalty and personal career goals. Meanwhile, the club's European Cup bid has been thwarted, as they lost the Europa League final to Tottenham, marking the second time in 35 years that United missed out on European football. United's manager, Ruben Amorim, is focused on ensuring the squad is in peak condition for the new campaign, which begins in just a few weeks. The team's preseason tour of the US will be crucial for their preparation, but the absence of key players like Rashford and Sancho raises concerns about depth and consistency. Additionally, the club has granted Bruno Fernandes and Diogo Dalot extra time off following the tragic death of Diogo Jota, whose funeral was attended by both players. Their somber reaction underscores the emotional impact of the loss, and Amorim has urged them to take their time before returning to full duty. The training session at Carrington on Monday featured a mix of familiar faces, including goalkeepers Andre Onana and Tom Heaton, defenders Nasser Mazraoui, Matthijs de Ligt and forward Matheus Cunha, while midfielders Toby Collier, Mason Mount and Kobbie Mainoo joined the fray. The presence of Cunha, who joined from Wolves for £62.5 million, signals a strong signing, but the departure of Rashford and others complicates the team's strategy. As the club looks to rebuild, the debate over whether to prioritize talent or loyalty remains a central theme. This week, the club's focus will shift to balancing its ambitions with the needs of its players as the pre-season schedule unfolds. The question of whether the club's decisions reflect long-term vision or short-term pragmatism continues to divide fans and analysts alike. Who will lead the charge in the coming months? And how will the team adapt to the challenges ahead? 3. Manchester United's new signings report for pre-season training. A thrilling dawn is breaking for Manchester United fans everywhere. Are you ready to feel the energy of the upcoming 2025-26 season? That surge of excitement began in earnest on Monday, July 7, 2025 at 1400 hours, when the first contingent of Red Devils reported to Carrington for pre-season training under the guidance of new manager Ruben Amorim. But here's where it gets controversial. With a fresh coaching vision and two high-profile signings, how quickly can the squad gel to meet towering expectations? Those two newcomers, Matheus Cunha, acquired from Wolverhampton Wanderers, and Diego Leon, signed from Cerro Porteño, looked right at home in the bustling Carrington canteen on their first day. Captured by the club's official photographers, they were warmly welcomed by established teammates, illustrating the camaraderie that is so crucial on and off the pitch. And this is the part most people miss. It's not just about skills on the field. Bonding over breakfast or a lighthearted chat is just as vital to a successful season. Plenty of other familiar faces were spotted too, including Ahmad, Harry Amass, Toby Collier, Matthijs de Ligt, Tyler Fredrickson, Tom Heaton, Aiden Heaven, Kobbie Mainoo, Nasser Mazraoui, Mason Mount, Andre Onana, Luke Shaw, and Joshua Zirkzee. All were decked out in the fresh 2025-26 Adidas training kit, a recent release available now on the United Store. If you're the type who loves to show your support, this new gear could be the perfect way to be part of the action. There's nothing like wearing the same colors the athletes don in training. With everyone set to follow tailored schedules over the coming days, the training group's size and makeup will keep evolving throughout the week, leading up to the club's much-anticipated Tour 2025. In pre-season tradition, the players spent their first day undergoing physical assessments in the gym, an intense session of tests designed to measure and record everything from agility to endurance. By establishing a baseline now, the coaching staff can monitor improvements and tailor each workout to meet individual needs. Mark your calendars for August 9th, because a friendly match against Fiorentina at Old Trafford will cap off these meticulous preparations. Excitingly, supporters worldwide can follow every step of the journey via MUT's live coverage. Do note, however, that the Premier League Summer Series can't be shown live to subscribers in the USA due to specific broadcast rights, and that's where some supporters may feel left out. So here's a thought. Are you fully on board with United's high-stakes signings, or do you think the club should focus more on youth development and continuity? Share your perspective and join the debate, because your voice matters, especially now as the team gears up for another exhilarating season. Which angle do you side with and why? Let us know in the comments. 4. Man Utd's dramatic defense overhaul. Unrecognizable lineup from 2024 to 2025. It's a startling reality for Manchester United fans. The entire defensive lineup that took the field in their first preseason game of 2024 is completely gone. as the team prepares for a demanding summer schedule and the highly anticipated clash against Arsenal on the opening day of the Premier League season. This dramatic turnover underscores a period of significant change at Old Trafford. Pre-season training has officially commenced this week, with most players returning to Carrington, the club's training ground. A few international participants have been granted a bit of extra rest before rejoining their teammates. Under the guidance of new manager Ruben Amorim, training will take place in newly renovated facilities, a testament to Sir Jim Ratcliffe's ambitious £50 million investment project, a project designed to modernize and enhance the club's infrastructure. Before facing Leeds United in the first friendly match, the team will have roughly a week and a half to fine-tune their preparations before embarking on a trip to the United States for further matches. But here's where it gets controversial. How much of a difference can a new manager and a few new signings really make, especially when so much of the existing squad has been overhauled? Currently, the only significant addition to the squad this summer has been Matheus Cunha, acquired for a fee of £62.5 million. Cunha will be eager to make his debut against Leeds, and there's a possibility Bryan Mbeumo could join him, depending on negotiations with Ineos. While it's not a complete overhaul, the team's composition will be strikingly different from the one that stepped onto the pitch in 2024's preseason. Last summer, United suffered a disappointing 1-0 defeat against Rosenborg in their opening preseason fixture. Erik ten Hag fielded a very young side that day, a team that now bears almost no resemblance to the current roster. This highlights the rapid pace of change within the club. And this is the part most people miss. It's not just a few players leaving, it's the entire defensive line from that Rosenborg match that has departed. Let's take a closer look at what happened to each of those players. Ten Hag's starting back four against Rosenborg consisted of Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Will Fish, Johnny Evans, and Sam Murray. All four have since moved on from Manchester United. Wan-Bissaka was transferred to West Ham United for £15 million. Veteran defender Johnny Evans, after a distinguished career, announced his retirement from professional football, transitioning into a role working with academy loan players, a fitting end for a player who dedicated so much to the club. Young prospects Fish and Murray also sought opportunities elsewhere. Fish was sold to Cardiff City, where he quickly established himself as a regular starter, demonstrating his potential in the Championship. Murray, meanwhile, joined Carlisle United this summer as his contract with United expired. It's worth noting that Hannibal Mejbri also departed last summer, joining Burnley in a deal that marked the conclusion of his 5-year association with Manchester United. Now, here's a thought-provoking question for you, *. Given the significant changes in personnel, particularly in defense, do you believe Ruben Amorim can build a cohesive and competitive unit quickly enough to challenge for top honors? Or will this period of transition prove to be a stumbling block? Share your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear your perspective.